Check it out, folks. Today we making Korean fried chicken. Let's get it. Okay, so look, you guys see all of these ingredients I got right out here in the front. This right here is what's gonna make the sauce, right? So it's really gonna be like a dump and go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and start with my brown sugar. What you wanna do is you wanna get yourself 3 tablespoons of brown sugar, right? So in a medium bowl, I just start this way. So look, after the brown sugar, just go ahead and get yourself a, some kind of, rubber spatula, you know what I mean? And you just want to get all your ingredients. So it's a reason why we measure, right? We measure so we can use it all, but if you're gonna leave it all stuck on the side or something like that, so if you got the right tool, that works out, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and drop these in here. I'm not gonna bore you. And don't forget, as always, the full ingredient list is down in the description box below. Okay, so look, now, I like using my little, my pie crust, right? My pie pans, my glass ones, it just make for a lot of room, so let me go ahead and get my flour. Then I'm gonna come with my cornstarch. We're gonna give it a couple of pinches of salt. And then my favorite, the pepper. Okay, so look, now that we're done with that, right? And then don't forget using that cornstarch because we want it to stay crispy and we're gonna be putting the sauce on it, right? So it'll keep the integrity, keep that crisp and make that happen. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and just start my second station. Look, this one's real easy. We just go ahead and just take 2 eggs, open them up, make sure you don't get no shells. Take your whisk and then you whisk them. So now we finna go ahead and chop these down. Now this part right here get real simple, folks. What you wanna do is you wanna cut these down into 1-inch cubes. You know what, I don't wanna over talk it or tell you guys to do something special to it. You do whatever works for you. For me, when I lay a breast down this way, I just like to cut it down, like this, right? And then from here, I just guesstimate, that look like 1 inch, that look like 1 inch, and then we go. We don't wanna overcomplicate it. The main thing is you want them to be the same size, right? So that they all be finished at the same time. When you get to them little thin pieces over there, those will be cooked quicker. So look, like, okay, this is kind of thick. This is why this is a little longer. But when you put it together like that, it's about the same thickness. Now, you guys got it. I'm not finna bore you. I'm just finna finish this up, and then we'll move on to the next spot. While I'm telling you that, why don't you go ahead and get your oil. Look over here, right here. Go ahead and get your oil, bring it up to temp. We're looking for 350 degrees, and we finna work, folks. I got about 2 inches of oil on the side of my wok. So we wanna just multitask. Now look, while our oil is coming up to temp, right? I'm gonna take our pieces and just go ahead and start getting them coated. Look, it's just wet, then dry, and then fry. Just like that, folks. Real simple. Don't forget, in the flour, we put that cornstarch. That'd be the key. Everybody want to know why some things come out a little bit more crispier. That cornstarch just does something for it. Okay, so once you get them in here, look, you just want to get them coated, right? So just take them, we just flip them over, however you want to. Take tongs. Me, I like these larger, placement tweezers that I have. These work just fine, but we just, like I say, we just want to get them wet. Because after this, we take them and we put them in the dry. Look, I'm doing a lot of talking. I guess that's just for the filming purposes, but this right here is super simple. And if you ain't never had Korean fried chicken before, then you in for a treat, folks. Just take them, knock off the excess, and just drop them in here, right? Now, some of you guys, you might want to put them in a bag, do the shake and bake, however you want to do it. This right here, I do it this way. It makes it a little bit more, it makes it a little easier, with the explanation, so you guys can just see it and get a visual. Right, so we just keep putting these in here like this. Okay, so then once we have them in here, look, check it out. I just kept it as simple as I could. You know what I mean? Don't need another apparatus or nothing like that. You know, we just take a spoon, get them coated, and there you have it, folks. I grab my regular tongs, and look, we just drop them in, just like this. Don't forget, you want to shake them, get off a little bit of that excess, and just drop them. Okay, so look, I just hit them with the probe just to take a look at them. Look at that right there. I can feel the crispiness, you know, on my little spider right here, but look at this. Let me just put them right there. Look at that. Okay, so after you just seen those crispy, you know, I guess you just call them like really nuggets, right? You remember the sauce we made? I'm gonna go ahead and just add this in here just like that. As you heard when I dropped it in there, I had a little fire underneath my pan. So what we wanna do is we just wanna cook this down just a little bit so that it can start to thicken up. Because remember, we put that cornstarch in here, right? So I'm gonna leave this going. I'm gonna adjust my fire right now. Give me like a little medium flame. I wanna bring this up to a simmer. Then I wanna reduce it down a little bit, and we're just gonna let it cook. We don't want it to be too thick, but we just want it to thicken up just a little bit. Okay, so look, now we coming up to a boil, right? Look, I just want to set it for a little small, you know, like on simmer. So I'm adjusting my fire, right? You can look at it and you can see it starting to thicken up. You don't want to get it too thick because you don't want it to like just be like a glob of coating on your chicken, right? And you can smell it right now. If this don't say, you know, something with a little hint of Asian in it, I don't know what does. But I can tell you this right here is gonna be it right here. This is about as far as I wanna go with it, right? This is the fun part. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off because we don't want it to get no thicker. I'm gonna go ahead and just add these right in here like that, and then we're gonna give it I'm not gonna do no toss or nothing like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and get my, you know, get me a spoon or something like that, my wooden spoon, and just get them nice and coated. Now, we just take them like this and just move this around. Look at this right here, folks. Kind of reminds you of the orange chicken, huh? Ooh-wee. Super easy to make, you know what I mean? It's just huge on flavor. I'm gonna take some sesame seeds. I'll sprinkle these in at the end, you know, when I'm done, but right now I'm gonna take some and just put them in here because I want them to have some of the, you know, some of the sauce on them too, right? So this is good right here. And then just give them a mix. And that there, folks, is what you want. Now, you can serve this with rice, which is gonna be the way that I do it. Just take some of these. Oh my goodness. I tell you, man, when you do something right, don't it make your voice change? You start settling in, you get that Barry White, that late night, you know, talk show host. That's what you get. You remember them sesame seeds? And then we go ahead and just put a few of these on top, just like that. So tell me what you guys think. You know what I mean? This right here is fire. I'm a fan of that, I just call it American, you know, orange chicken. This right here is blowing it out. It give you that kind of like that same taste, but this right here got a nice, smooth, you know, heat to it, and it's not as sweet. This right here I can eat forever. You know what I'm saying? If I had to like have this for about the next 30 days, I'd take this over the orange chicken. With orange chicken coming up with like a real close second. Hey, without that, all that being said, I'll go ahead and just give me some of that, give me some rice. You know what I mean? Now remember, if you just saw me right now, I just like cut one in half. I have a tendency that when I cook my chickens, you know what I mean, and anytime I do something like that, like make bites, I make them like super big. This is why when we say 1 inch, this is what you mean. Other than that, you'll have a mouthful of chicken. And I'm not gonna lie, folks, the green onion, that taste, it gives it a little bit more texture when you bite into it. It's already, the chicken is crunchy, right? But just to get that little crunch from your green onion, oh my God. Now look, I want you guys to come on in here and take a look at this right here. This is because I made all of this sauce, right? So if you take some of this, it's starting to cool, but you take some of that, right? You know, mix it in. I'm sure all y'all do that, right? You always want that sauce, you know, to be mixed in that rice. I don't care if you got shrimp fried rice or whatever kind of rice. It worked. You see that? Folks. Ooh, boy. What I'm gonna tell you is this ending is fitting to be short. You know why? Because I'm ready to tear into this right here. And you know what, you seen what I made? Listen, if you cut them in half, I made them a little bit big, but this is the way I like them. And plus I have a tendency to cut things just super big anyway, right? But for you guys out there, you know what I'm saying? Cut them down to 1 inch. They're not gonna shrink that much, but they will a little bit, but it goes a long way. So you got a family of 4 to 6. This is an easy, inexpensive meal to make, and it's fire, folks. They'll have, hey, your kids will probably tell you like, hey, mommy, daddy, put that back in the rotation again. All right, so with that being said, listen, I'm not finna over talk it. I just wanna say this. Listen, if you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say, hey, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there, listen, there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. And you guys already know what I'm about to do. I'm finna put my toothpick in, I'm out. Peace.